everyone, and welcome to the Fake Love and Flying Monkeys mini podcast. My name is Nova Gibson and I am your host. As an expert on coercive control and narcissistic abuse in domestic violence relationships, my goal, my desire in these podcasts is to support victims and survivors and their families. So please hit that follow button, subscribe to this channel so you never miss another episode of Fake Love and Flying Monkeys. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fake Love and Flying Monkeys. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about betrayal. In particular, the betrayal trauma that victims experience at so many stages in the relationship with a narcissist. When you have been duped and conned and lied to and cheated on, the betrayal is soul destroying. It eats you up. It's a soul level type of pain that only a victim who has been betrayed by the person that purported to love them the most in the world, that person could do that to them, and the betrayal you feel is excruciating. But when someone cheats on you, that's supposed to hurt, right? When someone lies to you and you find out you've been tricked and conned, well, that's not supposed to feel good. The difference, guys, between someone who is having an isolated incident where they were acting out of character, or perhaps they're just a bit selfish. They were just wanting to, test their boundaries and see if they could get away with something. The difference between them and the betrayal of the narcissist in your life is the powerful trauma bond that's been created to this person. And because this person made out that you were the most important person in the world to them, and that the world revolved around you, and to be let down like that by this person who also brought you to a level where you should be just so grateful to be in their presence. This all happens under the level of awareness where you literally think that your world is going to implode if the relationship with this person ended. The betrayal that you feel from this person is excruciating. Yes, any type of betrayal is painful in any relationship, but when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you will remember in the beginning when they were perhaps playing the victim, telling you all about their crazy, jealous ex. Maybe they were cheated on, or they will be professing to you what a wonderful person they are and how much integrity they have, because they can't stand cheaters and liars, and they are always reinforcing to you their integrity around this, and perhaps pointing out other people who are not doing the right thing by their partner, and they just can't stand people like that. They're always reinforcing to you how much they despise people who treat their partner badly, lie to them, cheat on them. So you're having this reinforced to you when they are manipulating you in the beginning. They are setting you up to believe that they are that person who has all these morals and ethics. So you've got that. Perhaps they put it on their social media profile. I hate cheaters. I'm high on empathy. Why do they put that? That's like a classic line I hear. It should be just something we take for granted, as should be, I don't particularly like cheaters. Just FYI, guys, if you're seeing that on someone's profile, I hate cheaters, I'm high on empathy, I like loyalty, that's a red flag in itself, because we shouldn't have to announce that to the world. We should just take that for granted. But I digress. Getting back to the fact that they're purporting to be this person who is so ethical and full of morals. So you would never dream that this person in your life would betray you when they purport to despise that in other people. It just doesn't bear thinking about. And of course, you don't think about it. So you've got all of these factors bearing down on you, which make that betrayal trauma. It is traumatic. It is excruciating, and it can take many, many months, if not years, to heal from that and to come to terms with the fact that the person who you thought was your soulmate and would never in a million years do that to you, the person you trusted implicitly, could do that, could be guilty of doing that. That is traumatic. It's painful, and it takes a lot of time to recover from that. So you've got the moral stance at the beginning, and that's being reinforced for the entirety of the relationship, despite little red flags you might see along the way, which you will typically override because they were such a moral person in the beginning. It doesn't make sense that those red flags that you see along the way would be real. So you override your instincts. So you've got that moral person in the beginning. You've got this person who tells you that you are a god or a goddess and that the world revolves around you. And why did it take so long for the universe to present you to them? They make out like they cannot live without you. And you, of course, trust them. Being lied to or cheated on is just not something that you think this person who you are so enmeshed with would do. Another thing that makes the betrayals so utterly traumatic is the fact that, especially after the love bombing stage, when the devaluation stage has well and truly begun and you're being treated so poorly, the behavior has become so confusing as your soulmate has done a shape shift into someone who seems like they're irritated by you every day. You've lowered your boundaries. Well, you've had them lowered by your abuser so much. You've put up with so much. You've allowed them to indulge themselves, to avoid conflict, to avoid the word salad, the exhausting arguments that will result anytime you try to talk about your feelings. So you just give up and you just go, yep, you're right. Yep, you do what you want, because the discussion is just so exhausting. You've allowed them to have their needs met at all times, and you've put your needs to the bottom of the barrel. You don't have any needs that are important anymore. And here they are betraying you after you've given up so much for them. Now, that's not the same, guys, as when we say, okay, so when you do things for people, okay, do those things have strings attached to them then? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the kind of thing you'll get back from the narcissist. So when you were doing this for me and you were staying home and going without so that I could have my needs met, then you were actually doing that for you because there were strings attached to that. No, this is not the same thing when the betrayal hits so hard and you think to yourself, I gave up so much. I went without so much for you. And they turn around and do that to you. This is another reason that the betrayal is so painful and life-altering. So this person in your life has made you believe in the love bombing stage and the breadcrumbs of reinforcement that come after that. They've made you believe that you are their world. The world revolves around you and that you can trust them, and you fully believe that you can trust this person. You have been betrayed by the person who said that there was no one else in the world that you could trust more than them. So what does this do to you as the victim? What it does is it destroys your trust. It's like being, or the equivalent of a child perhaps being abused by their parent, the person who is supposed to nurture them, and you are supposed to, you take it for granted that this person won't treat you badly and, of course, never intentionally hurt you. It's on that level because of the setup that the narcissist has engaged, where they have made you believe that this person is your soulmate and they are just so trustworthy. You would never think in a million years that they would lie to you. So it destroys your trust, just like that child with the parent. When they find out, much of the time when they're an adult and they find out that these ongoing consistent patterns of abusive behavior over their lifetime were betrayals. When you have that moment and this person you love so much and you thought they loved you, when you realize that they were abusing you, they were betraying you, they were lying to you, they were setting you up to fail, this is life-changing. And if someone who professes to love you that much and you feel so connected to, if someone like that can lie to you, dupe you, con you, and make it all about them, not care about how it affects you at all. If someone like that in your life can do that to you, then who the hell in this world will you ever be able to trust again? So a victim clearly can experience betrayal trauma and everything that goes along with that whilst they're in the relationship with the narcissist, when they're being abused and they found out that they have been betrayed. But of course, the betrayal that you experience, the betrayal trauma after the relationship ends, or should I say when you've been discarded or you've managed to escape, that level of betrayal, when you have your light bulb moment, oh my goodness, you've just had this veil lifted where you've realized that whatever amount of time you spent with the narcissist, months, sometimes years and years, it was all based on a lie. This person wasn't real. How much of your life did you give to this person who you now know was pretending to be someone they're not? That level of betrayal in having your trust, your love used and abused and taken advantage of, the betrayal in making you fall in love or love someone who does not exist, and everything that you gave up and gave away, most especially any boundaries or needs of your own, you gave all of that up, and now you find out that they're just a con artist. And that level of betrayal is just excruciating for victims, to find out that someone they loved so much was never who they thought they were. So you've got all of these things bearing down on you guys when you're feeling that pain, and that is why it is so horrific. Yes, it is got to be painful for any person who's been lied to, especially cheated on. But all of these things that accumulate, that go together to make the trauma that occurs for you in a relationship with a narcissist, to make that something that is beyond what you can describe to others. So what that means is that you have got to get support. Don't listen to others who tell you you should be over it by now. Look, yes, you were cheated on, but aren't you glad they're out of your life now? Don't listen to those people, because all of these factors I've mentioned bear down on you to make the trauma even worse, if that's possible, than it would be if you're in a relationship with a non-disordered person. Betrayals hurt. Yes, they do. But the betrayal trauma that you experience when you have been in a relationship with a narcissist is indescribable. It is next level. And that is why you are feeling so empty and so traumatized. So please reach out, get support, guys. Make sure you find a trauma-informed narcissistic abuse therapist like myself. And remember that this was not your fault. The abuse is never the victim's fault, but the healing is always on you, and you need lots and lots of support to get over the soul destruction that occurs from the betrayals from someone who said they loved you more than anyone else in the entire world. And that brings us to the end of another Fake Love and Flying Monkeys episode. I hope you found this episode insightful, guys. Betrayals are painful, but the narcissist sets you up to ensure that when they betray you, it will be life-altering. It will be soul-destroying. They set you up so that it consumes you, and so that it does take a lot of time to heal from the damage. It's part of their MO. For more information and insights, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my other social media platforms, which you will find below. Don't forget about the current competition I'm running. I'm so excited. I've got 2 signed copies of my best-selling book, Fake Love, and they are going to be given away to 2 lucky winners, no matter where you are in the world, on the 22nd of September. The competition closes, and all you have to do is share this podcast with a friend. Tag them and tag me, of course. Tag my Instagram account so I can see you, and you are in the running. It's as easy as that. If you'd like to get a copy of my best-selling book, Fake Love, it's available worldwide, and you'll find the link for that below. And of course, if you'd like to have a one-on-one counseling online session with me, no matter where you are, I'd love to be able to support you in your healing journey. All links below, guys. On that note, it's bye from me for now. Until the next episode, remember, you are worthy of love, and you are worthy of so much more than a lifetime of fake love and flying monkeys.